Hey guys, Miss Michaela here for another episode of Book Connection, and today I am joined by Robin. She is going to be the New North Huntsville Libraries. I always cram it all together. She's going to be the Workforce Development Assistant, and she's a spectacular human being. I can't wait till you guys all get to meet her. But today we are going to be discussing books that are about self-help, self-care, and self-love. So, as usual, Miss Robin, my lovely guest, thank you so much for agreeing to do this, is going to be presenting our adult books.
Well, hello everyone. I am so glad you are with me today, and I am so excited to talk about self-help because I like helping myself. One of the books that I read is called The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down, and that is by Haemin Sunim. It is an awesome book. What I like about it is that it has these little bitty quotes and nuggets, little things that are exciting. He doesn't do a long read. The pages are short. You can get a quote off each page. You can get a piece of wisdom off each page. See, they're teeny tiny little things that you can memorize and read and make your day feel wonderful. It's here at the library. Come down and make yourself feel good.
Oh, that was so sweet. So for my first book, I am presenting to you Feel Rooted, Being Connected by Virginia Low Hagen. So this is from our juvenile nonfiction area, which you, of course, can come and check out. It's part of a book series that just presents kids different ways to be mindful. So this book, it starts out with, honestly, right here on the cover page. It starts talking about how the importance of learning to overcome negative thoughts, and it gives the suicide prevention hotline because a lot of adults don't realize how intense your feelings can be even when you're a kid, and it's very important to reach out. So this book is about acknowledging when you're feeling stressed, what those feelings mean, and reaching out to people in other ways that you can make yourself feel more rooted. A lot of it goes over like social interactions, so it's not really, usable right now. But there are a lot of other tips and tricks they give to making yourself feel more rooted. What do you got next?
Next, I have 12 Steps to a Compassionate Life by Karen Armstrong. And this book is fantastic. It literally gives you 12 steps and explains to you how you can change your life. And the steps are simple and easy. It's things like loving yourself, appreciating what you've done during the day, and understanding someone else's feelings. The book is simple, it's an easy read, and when you get done with it, you actually have tangible steps that you can practice daily.
Nice. So this is a very cheerful looking book, and it is actually kind of a cheerful book, honestly. I did this just for you, Robin.
Thank you.
It's called You Are Awesome, Find Your Confidence and Dare to Be Brilliant at Almost Anything. It's by Matthew Syed, and he also wrote Black Box Thinking and Bounce, which I haven't tried myself, but maybe one day. So this book is all about positive thinking, and kind of like, I think you said this one day where you're like, you wake up one day and you say, I get to go to work today instead of I have to go to work today. And you put out into the universe the feelings that you want to have about your day to make it happen. Which I need to work more on that, honestly. There are a lot of days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I have to get up now. But I should instead say I get to get up and have new experiences. And I get to find a way to be awesome.
The Now Effect. How this moment can change the rest of your life. And it's by Elisha Goldstein, who is a PhD. What I think is really amazing about this book is that not only does the author tell you that you can be happy and you should be happy, but the author tells you how it works in your brain and how to actually change your brain. And then at the end of each chapter, you have an exercise to go out and practice it. It is practical, it is easy to do, and it can be done now.
I like how you present books. It's so cute. You're making my heart smile. My next book is My Anxiety Handbook, Getting Back on Track. It is written by several artists. There's Bridie, I think that's how you say her name, Gallagher, Phoebe McEwen, and it's illustrated by Emmeline Pigeon. Complicated names this morning. I don't know why I did it to myself. But I liked this book because it's geared towards teens. It's from our young adult section, and it talks about how to identify your anxiety and then what to do once you're feeling anxious. And it does, give good encouragement about how sometimes you'll have a bit of a backslide where sometimes you're not coping as well as you have been trying to, but it's okay, and the importance of not giving up. So anxiety is a sad thing to talk about, but I really liked the positivity that came from this book and how to develop coping mechanisms.
So I'm going to end this wonderful, awesome experience with The Joyful Book. And The Joyful Book is exactly what it says. It is a surprising power of ordinary things to create extraordinary happiness. Now, my favorite part of this book is that even though I'm an adult, there's pictures in it. I think that is absolutely awesome, and it makes me happy and joyful. The Joyful Book also talks about how your brain reacts to certain things like colors and people smiling and certain smells. And it just tells you that there are these itty bitty teeny tiny things in your life that you can be joyful about. So, for instance, one of the things the authors are joyful about is seeing a flower grow through the cracks of concrete. So at the bottom of the page on the left-hand side, there's a little bitty hand-drawn flower, exactly like a second grader would draw it. This book will bring you joy just flipping through the pages.
I want you to narrate my day one day. I am now full of the warm and fuzzies, which is going to make this last book a little hard to talk about. So my final book, again, I did lean more towards the mental health aspects of self-help. This one is called Beneath the Surface, A Teen's Guide to Reaching Out When You or a Friend is in Crisis by Christy Hudstad. So, as I was saying, kids, very young, I think as young as 8 or 9, they've discovered can experience feelings of anxiety and depression. And they don't always have the language to discuss it or a supportive adult that's in place to help them through their problems. So this book starts out with saying that the importance of having an adult that is there to talk to you about your problems and just to support you through what you're going through. And it just talks about the importance of acknowledging that, you're not a failure and you're not alone. And it's important to reach out. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It reinforced a lot of what I learned when I went to a training a few months back. It was called Youth Mental Health First Aid. And it was very informative. I took it at Wellstone. I really enjoyed the class. And this book just drove a lot of those points home. So if you are in crisis or concerned about being in crisis or having a friend that is, I would recommend this book. It's also great for parents or adults with kids in your life, just because it is a wealth of information. So that's my last book. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really enjoyed presenting these. See you next time.